So I'll be here momentarily. I'm gonna put the image back up, and I will be in here soon. Greatly appreciated. Apologies for the delay. What's going on? Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. All right, all right, all right. My apologies, y'all, for the technical difficulties, man. I guess this type of show is going to get this type of distraction. Hope all is well. Hope your day is going well and all that great stuff. And so we gonna cover, we're gonna go over a few things real quick. We're gonna be as brief as possible. I know it took a long time to get this shit started. However, you know how this shit goes, man. So the show must go on. So hopefully you'll get some type of appreciation out of this. Just make sure you fast forward, or just enjoy the beat. You see what I'm saying? Give me a second. All right, let's go. So we can get started. Let's see. I'm getting everything situated, all my notes and everything situated. It says absent black fathers, ? Give me a second. All right, here we go. There's a common stereotype, not judgment, but stereotype. I don't know who came in here with all of those emotions. Y'all, a lot of y'all be some of the most emotional motherfuckers I ever seen, man. Y'all gotta start leading with y'all intellect and your brain and shit. If anything is up there, you feel me? There's a common stereotype, not judgment, because a lot of y'all be saying don't judge people, you mean don't stereotype, that black men are less involved as fathers, but research actually tells a different story. This is why we have to do away with a bunch of bullshit ass emotions, a bunch of bullshit ass debates, a bunch of bullshit ass rhetoric, and get to the actual research and the actual data. This is why data matters. This is why research the correct research matters. This is why the correct stats matter. Yeah. Here are some key stats and findings that show black fathers are often highly involved in their children's lives. According to a CDC study, 2013, titled Fathers Involved with Their Children, 2006 to 2010, black fathers who lived with their children are just as involved or more involved than fathers of other races. Among fathers not living with their children, black dads were more likely to feed or eat meals with their children daily, bathed, diapered, or dress their children, play with their children, or read to them on a daily basis. Number 2, living situation. Around 2.5 million fathers live with their children. Around 2.5 million black fathers, indigenous, copper tone black fathers live with their children. And millions more are involved even if they live apart. And millions more are involved even if they live apart. So where's all this ain't shit daddies and deadbeat daddies and all of this shit at? I'm just, Despite higher rates of non-marital births in the black community, many fathers maintain strong parenting roles, co-parent actively, and support their children in meaningful ways. Cultural factors. Studies show that many black fathers value their roles deeply and often emphasize discipline, education, and emotional support. The stereotype of quote unquote absent black fathers, end quote, is not supported by data. Let's go back. The stereotype of The quote unquote absent black father, end quote, is not supported by data. That means you motherfuckers just be talking. Like I be just telling y'all motherfuckers. A lot of y'all just be talking because you just emotional and you can't let go. You were trying to hold on to you. And it's been heavily criticized for ignoring systematic issues like incarceration, economic boundaries, and institutional racism. The stereotypes of black fathers, especially in American media and culture, have been persistent and damaging. Here's a breakdown of the most common ones, where they come from, etc. Common stereotypes. See, we don't say judgment because judgment means to decide, to make a judgment call, to make a judgment decision. Means you're making a decision. So this is why I say we really need to learn. If we're gonna play with this English language, this spell last language that ain't even indigenous or black and all that shit. Anyway, but what I'm saying, if we're gonna play with this shit, at least use the appropriate words where they need to be. Unless you're gonna be creative with it. But yeah, most people say don't judge, but you mean really stereotype or stigmatize. So anyway, common stereotypes, not judgments. Number one, quote unquote, absent black father. Myth. Black fathers don't stay in their children's lives. Origin. This stereotype gained traction in the 1960s. See, this is why I say, this is why we come and do these shows, my baby. I know it's been a long time coming. I know you miss me. I know you miss these shows, baby. You feel me? But I gotta take a break because I'm doing all this dolo. You hear me? You see what I'm saying? Once I get a team that's dedicated and down, you hear me, and see the vision and all of that, and you ain't gotta convince people to da-da-da-da-da, then hey, you'll see a lot more content. You'll see a lot more consistent shows and all that. However, if I'm doing all this dolo, hey, you gotta just put on your notifications when I slide through, with the dope. Okay. The origins. This stereotype gained traction in the 1960s, especially after the Moynihan Moynihan report 1965, which controversially linked black poverty to the structure of black families. Reality. As mentioned earlier, CDC and other studies show black fathers are often more involved. So this leads me, okay, not to believe shit. This would leads me to know that when different men or different platforms or different relationship platforms, they say women are only screwing a small percentage of men. So the women that are saying the dudes are deadbeats, you ain't shit, nigga. Da, 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 da. These are the women that are fucking those small percentages of men. This is what's going on. Okay. Those percentage of women are fucking the percent, because the 70%, because it says, hold on, I'm gonna get that stat for you in a second. As mentioned earlier, the CDC and other studies show. That's why I say, why do we keep arguing when shit is right there for you to read, my baby? You can listen to it, audio books, it's PDFs, it's paper copies. I mean, god damn. Oh man. Other studies show black fathers are often more involved with their children than what? White
or European or Caucasian or Caucasoid, whatever version of variety that you consider, or Hispanic fathers, even when living apart. Let's do this again. Let's say this one more time so this can sink into your fuck ass mind, bitch. Number one, the common stereotype. This is why I do this shit. So when you tell these women you made a fucked up choice, when you tell these women, Cosmic, you know the percentage of chance of whatever dude you select to open your legs with, and in that moment of you know he about to bust in you, you know within the honeymoon phase, the date, the flirting phase, you know, ladies, come on, baby, come on, you know, if you get knocked up by this dude, what the likelihood of him wanting to be there, wanting him to keep the baby, want him to be the happy family, you should know it. So if that shit, whatever grading scale you went to school on, what was failing? Under 50%, right? That was usually they some system graded on a curve. You know, it used to be 60 and below that was an F, but then they started making 60 a D and shit. Okay, so they say 50 and below is a fucking F. Okay. So if you fucking with a dude, right, or you open your legs or your yawny, your mouth or whatever, but you know your legs, okay, to this dude or multiple dudes, okay, because y'all, a lot of y'all gonna act like you ain't fucking multiple men, juggling multiple men. That's why I get irritated when y'all bring up, well, can women deal with multiple men? Like y'all don't know y'all already do it. That's what it's something else. It's something I be having to breathe when I talk to y'all. Whew, I be having to breathe deeply. I be having to breathe because I told you what I be telling y'all. You got to work hard to be stupid, baby. I keep telling you that. You got to work real hard to be dumb. You got to work hard to be blind, fam. Huh? Absent black fathers, common stereotype, quote unquote, myth. Black fathers don't stay in their children's lives. Origin. This is the origin. Where did this come from? Where did this come from, Cosmic? Where did we get this from? Because a lot of people say that. Where did we get this from? This stereotype gained traction in the 1960s, okay? There's your answer. Via a report, 1965, okay, which controversially linked black fathers to the structure of black families, okay? They linked black fathers, controversially linked black poverty. I apologize. Pardon self. Controversially linked black poverty to the structure of black families. Reality, as mentioned earlier, CDC and other studies show black fathers are often more involved with their children than white or Hispanic fathers, okay? Even when living apart, okay? All right? So if my mother, your moms, whoever didn't make the smart selections, huh? Okay, number 2, quote unquote, deadbeat dad, myth. Black fathers don't pay child support or contribute financially. Reality. See, this is why I say, when y'all say opinion, that's myth, my nigga. This is why I don't fuck with your opinion. Your opinion ain't true, bitch. Do you realize that? Y'all don't realize that. Y'all don't be realizing that shit either. when you approach a room full of facts, baby, don't come with opinions. Huh? When you enter a room or an environment full of facts, do not bring your personal fucking opinions. Okay? All right. Let's continue. Reality. See, we doing the myth, okay? We gonna do what motherfuckers yell out they dumbass mouth without research. That's called the myth, and your opinion and what you think, what you believe, and what you don't know. This is why I get irritated. Cause it's too easy for you to just look this shit up. Ain't it, man? Oh, my bad. But it's easier for you to just talk out your dumb ass mouth with no type of nothing. Whew. Let me breathe, because I'm telling you, I be having to breathe with these niggas, man. I'm telling you. Phew. Do you know the irritation of having to have stereotypes of false shit heaped on you all the time, and you have to keep defending this shit, huh? And then oh man, whew. Reality. Many black fathers support their children in non-financial ways because they don't give a fuck about the non-financial. You know, most of them just, all they give a fuck about is paying white daddy. Especially facing systematic economic boundaries. Child support data shows comparable or higher compliance. Child support data shows. Child support data shows. Child support data shows. Child support data shows. Who got a comment for me, baby? Let me take a break. Good gracious. Oh. Let's come on and answer this question, man. Y'all in these dumbass emotions, man. This show is to address the stereotypes, man. Huh? Whether it's truth, untruth, because some stereotypes can have truth, correct? And some can be absolutely false, correct? So, this statement says, oh, y'all in that phrase, why does it matter? Oh, my fucking Ra. Oh. And y'all be wondering why motherfuckers get money and just get missing. You wonder why motherfuckers throw in the towel on helping black people, bro. You wonder why. Oh man, the exhaustion. A motherfucker say, why does it matter, fam? I don't even need to read the rest. Cause soon as you say shit like that, that already gives me a preview of your intellect. That lets me know you leading with emotion. Just out the gate. Soon as you say, why does it matter? That means you're not leading with intelligence. Because you will be giving me answers on why it matters. That's how I know you will be leading with intelligence, right? Because you would be giving me answers on why it fucking matters. God damn, I tell you. This is why I don't be doing shows often, fam, because it's like talking about a racist, KKK, Hispanic, any other, man, y'all niggas are some of the, as a comedian would say, y'all are the toughest crowd to ever please or satisfy in any, y'all are the most ungrateful. Woo. I came on this show to dispel, to dismantle one of the major among the plethora, among the 10 trillion million of them bitches, to dismantle, debunk, expose the bullshit of the deadbeat dad, the stereotypes on black men. Huh? And a motherfucker say to me, why does it matter? Why does it matter who they choose? God damn. I guarantee you, if you ask these other groups, Europeans and these interracial, cause y'all love mixing and swirling and shit, right? I guarantee you they know the importance of mixing with your stupid ass. I guarantee other groups of beings that are probably European, my nigga, know the importance of mixing with your dumb black ass. But you don't know the importance. I'm about to end this show, because this shit right here is the shit I be talking about. This is why I don't be talking to majority of y'all. I can't do it. I'm just, and you know I don't even like the word can't. It's just, man, what? So you mean to tell me these other races of women don't know how important the black man's seed is and shit? You mean these other races and groups of women don't be? Oh man. You mean that? Okay, I know you hate passport bros, but it's not some truth to what they say about the experiences that, you know, the women or the cooperation they get from women in other countries than they do compared to here. There's not no truth in it. Even though I know it piss you off, it ain't no truth in it. Let's go through the myth. Let's see, the myth is people's opinions, what they believe in shit, right? Deadbeat dad myth. Black fathers don't pay child support financially. Reality. What is the reality? Many black fathers support their children in non-financial ways, especially in facing systematic economic boundaries. Child support data shows, not me, not what I'm saying, not what I think, none of that. Child support data shows comparable or higher compliance, because we know y'all, when I say y'all, black women specifically, y'all can't wait to run them to white daddy, to use him as leverage, ain't it? To keep the black man under control. So you really is assisting him in what? Come on. Finish it. Finish that blank. You know exactly where the fuck I'm going. Finish the goddamn word. Put the blank in it. Put the word in that blank. You are assisting. You want to talk shit, right? I'm talking about whoever this may be. And let's not act like women aren't running melanin, black, carbon, whatever dudes to the child support for all varieties of reasons. And it don't be just because they know fucked up ass dude. Let's come on with the Shimon, man. This the shit I be saying. And so then a motherfucker will turn around just like them Europeans and say, what's wrong with the black man? What's you helping the motherfucking enemy double team me, or you helping them fuck me over by running me to their system, then say, what's wrong with you? Why you ain't got no money? Why your money short? Huh? Boy, I tell you, boy, the brain is a terrible thing to waste. I'm gonna tell you. The brain is a goddamn terrible thing to waste, man. It really is. It really is. It really is, man. The brain is a terrible fucking thing to waste, man. The process of thinking. Oh. Child support data shows comparable or higher compliance. No shit, because if they don't comply, guess what's gonna happen? It's gonna be the prisoner pipeline, all this other shit that goes on, right? So if he doesn't comply, then what's gonna happen to him? Huh? Tell me what's gonna happen to him. Okay. Among black fathers than others when adjusted for income levels. Okay. Let's get a sip of goddamn guava, man. Quote unquote irresponsible or immature, end quote. Myth. This is the myth. This is the shit, that y'all be yelling and different people be saying and all this other shit. Yeah. Black men are too irresponsible or immature to be good fathers. Reality. Many black men take great pride in fatherhood and actively change this narrative through mentoring, co-parenting, and community involvement. Number 4, criminal or incarcerated. End quote. Myth. Black fathers are more likely to be in prison than in their children's lives. Reality. While incarceration disproportionately affects black men, I wonder why. Why does it disproportionately affect them? I wonder what factors play into that. I wonder what motherfuckers play into that. This doesn't mean they're bad fathers. Many incarcerated fathers still try to maintain emotional bonds with their children. Where the stereotypes come from. Where do they come from, Cosmic? Where do we get this shit from? Media portrayals, TV shows, news, and movies have long emphasized negative images of black men, or carbonate men, or copper tone, or whatever have you, the original man. Government reports and policies like the Moynihan report, Moynihan report, and quote unquote welfare queen and quote unquote welfare queen rhetoric, which painted the black family structure as inherently broken. Interesting. Systematic inequality, racism in housing, jobs, policing, and courts affects families' stability, but often blamed on individuals instead of systems. You can't blame the system. These black men be blaming the system on everything. You can't blame the system. Ooh, the reality. Are they gonna ever do that? Get into reality? No, probably not. Black fatherhood is diverse, resilient, and often overlooked. And motherfuckers are ungrateful as fuck. Let me throw that in there. Motherfuckers are ungrateful as fuck. And spoiled as fuck. From active co-parents to community leaders and providers, black dads are redefining fatherhood every day. Stereotypes about black fathers have been profound and far-reaching effects, not only on black men, because they don't give a fuck, they fake give a fuck, ain't it, man? Black men themselves, but also on their children, families, and society at large. Here are some of the most efficient impacts. What other emotional driven comments do we have now? If they're active fathers, I literally just explained that. Oh, man. You answer your own question. Do y'all see this question on the screen whenever you see this later or now, or if you shadow watching this, man? It's just like the police officer, how they were overseers and they had on the same uniforms like back in the days when they were doing the sharecropping and the slave shit and all that, and dude was on top with the horse and shit and had the badge on and all of that, and then they had the same fucking type of uniform, but they just modernized the fucking uniform and the badge and type shit, and then they just use black women as the same type of shit as their lap dogs and shit. I mean, why are you? I mean, are we slow? Are we behind? I don't know where people be at. I don't know where they be. I don't know where they be at, man. How about this? Why don't you go to your child support court, right? Go in there when it's probably about 11, 12 o'clock. This is going to be packed. And you go in there and ask them, if he's a father involved, why are you putting him on child support? Ask the women in there. If the dude is there, why are you bringing him to this courtroom? Why are you bringing him to white daddy? Huh? You should be asking them that. It's a bunch of dudes that I know asking the same shit. I do all this bullshit, materialistic shit for my children, and I still get put on child support. and the emotional shit and the little going to the extracurricular activity shit and all that shit, and they still on that shit. Why don't you ask your sisters that shit, man? Psychological impact on Black fathers, man. Internalized racism, constant exposure to negative stereotypes can lead Black men to internalize these narratives, affecting their self-esteem and belief in their ability to be good fathers. There's one of your answers. Stigma and shame. Many Black fathers feel pressured by societal expectations and the persuasive stereotype that they are absent or inadequate. Are these some answers to your question? This stigma can cause emotional strain, discouragement, and guilt. See, the same way I'm looking up this shit, you could be looking this shit up too. Do you see? This is why I say y'all should give people donations, because you're not taking the time and the space to look this shit up yourself, and someone else is. And that is considered a service. See, but y'all want shit for free. Y'all ask all these questions that y'all can answer your fuck ass self, that you can look up your fuck ass self, but no, you're on my shit asking the questions, and I'm giving you answers, and then you don't want to go ahead and slide me a donation. But you want me to keep sliding you this great shit for free, this great intellectual property for free. That's what you want, ain't it? Stigma and shame. Black fathers feel pressured by societal expectations and persuasive stereotype that they are absent and inadequate. This stigma can cause emotional strain, discouragement, and guilt even when they are actively involved. Even when they are actively involved in their child's lives. But they care about your mental health, fellas. Yeah, fucking right. Pressure to prove themselves. In some cases, Black fathers feel the need to work extra hard to quote unquote prove, end quote, their fatherhood is valuable. Especially in a society that frequently undervalues their contributions. Interesting. Does that give you an answer to your question? Okay, number 2, harm to children, lack of positive role models. Children grow up in a society that reinforces, because I got to, I be having to repeat it because people brain don't be picking up shit as fast and shit. The quote unquote absent Black father, not just absent father, absent Black father, quote unquote, stereotype may internalize the notion that their fathers or Black men in general are not to be trusted or valued. Does this give you answers? This can affect their own perceptions of fatherhood and family dynamics. Does this give you answers? Lower expectations and discrimination. Children who are subjected to these stereotypes may face not judgments, but stereotypes, may face discriminatory treatment themselves. Interesting. The assumption that they come from broken families or are in need of intervention can hinder their access to opportunities and resources. Emotional and developmental strain. When fathers are unfairly treated as quote unquote absent, end quote, it undermines. There's that word I use often, meaning sabotage, okay, or whatever other variety of colorful words that you love to use in these word salads. It undermines the critical father-child relationship. Studies show, it's studies actually that show this stuff that people can look up. Wow. Isn't that something? It's actually studies that show this shit that motherfuckers can look up. Studies show that active and supportive fatherhood, regardless of race, but we're gonna use just black men because they get the heaviest stereotype, ain't it? And it's reinforced, isn't it? Positively influences children's emotional well-being, academic success, and behavior. Socially, that's how they try to do it, to clump everybody. No. Stop inviting all these other motherfucking groups to our talks, our family business. We not invited to their group shit. When the last time a group of Europeans, a group of Hispanics, they invited you to they're inside their important talk about their shit? Please let me know. Let me know that right now. Right now. Let me know the last time a bunch of other groups, Hispanic, Hindu, Asian, Polynesian, Cubans, any of them motherfuckers, anybody, invited your fuck ass, your black, carbonated, African, Indian, whatever you consider yourself to be. When have they invited you on a platform, podcast, talk shows, any of that shit, for you to listen in on the shit they talk about? I'll wait. But niggas always invite them to our shit. So that's all men correct. That's all men correct. What, baby? That's all men correct. What? Your name is Nurse Ratchet TV. So this is, I don't even know why I'm answering your question. I'm not even able to take you seriously. Because Ratchet TV, that leads me to know, not believe, that you are contributing to the dysfunctional bullshit that's going on in some shape, form, or fashion. You're leading, you're contributing to the stereotypes of the shit that's going on. Oh man. Social and structural consequences. Perpetuating racial inequality. The stereotype, not judgment, the stereotype of the absent black father is used to justify. I mean, they're literally giving you indeed. I mean, that's why I be telling people, man, you gotta really. And people say, well, how do you know you in a good relationship? Your brain has to be able to function properly with the people you're around, man. Because they communicate. People say, great communication, clear communication. Yes, that's cool. But if these motherfuckers aren't able to comprehend at your level or at the rate that the shit is being distributed or presented, then the shit is null and void. Then you're going to find you, them, they, me, anybody. We're going to find ourselves doing what? Repeating ourselves fucking continuously. Repeating ourselves continuously. The stereotype of absent black fathers is used to justify broader social and economic inequalities. For example, it's often employed as a rationale for punitive policies in education, law enforcement, and social services. By framing black men as inherently irresponsible or disengaged, it excuses systematic factors like poverty, racial profiling, and inadequate access to resources. More answers. It's more answers, and they're in detail. Weakened support system. The stereotype can reduce society's recognition of the importance of co-parenting and community involvement in Black families. This leads to diminished support for policies and programs that uplift Black fathers, such as parenting workshops, mentorship, and fatherhood incentives. The first thing is these men need counseling. These men need counseling. What did it just say? This leads to diminished support for policies and programs that uplift Black men and Black fathers, such as parenting workshops. So that means the stereotype is working against your best interest, Black woman, Black men, your best interest, whoever. Do you not comprehend that? Impact on relationships. Like, it's literally giving you the societal structural consequences. It's giving you the harm to children. It's giving you psychological impact on Black fathers. I mean, what else do you need, really? I could just end the show now for real. Impact on relationships, strained partnerships. These stereotypes, not judgment, because y'all, reason why I keep saying that word, because y'all always say you can't judge someone. Yes, you can. Judge means to make a decision. That's why they say judgment call. It means to make a decision. Go look up the origins or etymology of the word judge or judgment. That means decision. These stereotypes can put unnecessary strain on relationships between Black men and their partners. When society expects Black fathers to be disengaged and uncommitted, it can lead to tension in family dynamics. No shit. With mothers feeling unsupported and undervalued in their own efforts. Conflict with social expectations. Black fathers who actively challenge these stereotypes by being engaged may face backlash. Did you comprehend that? Or feel like they are fighting an uphill battle against societal expectations that label them as disengaged or ineffective. Does that not answer your question more in detail about what's wrong with Black men or Black fathers or whatever? Okay, let's continue. Cultural perception. So let's do a small review. We went over involvement rates. We went over living situation. We've gone over cultural factors. We've gone over common stereotypes. Wow, the common stereotypes. We've gone over the absent Black father stereotype. We've gone over deadbeat dad stereotype. We've gone over irresponsible or immature stereotype. We've gone over the criminal or incarcerated stereotype. We've gone over where the stereotypes came from. Wow, we actually went over that too. So, I mean, I don't know what part of the show people came in on. Then we did the reality of that. Then we went over the psychological impact on Black fathers. But, you know, motherfuckers don't really give a fuck. They fake give a fuck. The harm to children, right? Then we went over social and structural consequences. Then we went over impact on relationships, okay? Then we went up there. Now we're at cultural perception. Disrespect for Black fatherhood. These stereotypes do what? undermine the significance of fatherhood in Black communities, where father involvement is often deeply valued despite external challenges. The media and mainstream culture frequently fail to highlight positive depictions of Black fathers, frequently fail to highlight positive depictions of Black fathers, leading to a skewed perception of Black families as a whole. Does this not give you a more in detail answer? Distortion of family dynamics. Like, we're literally like, how much more do you need in detail that you're not paying me for? or you know, matter of fact, I got something for y'all. Don't worry about it. Give me 1 second. Un momento. Cause see, this is what Black people see. We gotta start putting our money where our mouth is, baby. We gotta start putting up a shut up. That's what we gotta start doing. We got to put up the resources, the funds, the money, the skills, the wherewithal, the whatever, or shut the fuck up. And that's just that. There's the Cash App in the chat. There's the Cash App going across the bottom of the screen. Donate to the show. Donate to the flow. Help grow the show. Huh? Distortion of family dynamics. Overgeneralizing the absence of fathers, Black fathers in the Black community reduces the visibility of Black men who are active. That reduces, that means they get overlooked. Why are these Black men so mad? Probably because they the ones that's overlooked. In all types of damn ways, ain't it, man? Okay. Visibly, okay, it says overgeneralizing the absent Black father narrative in Black communities reduces the visibility of Black men who are active in their families, and it ignores the diversity of family structures and the roles fathers play in those contexts. Okay. All right, let's go a little bit further. Conclusion. Ain't no illusion when there's a conclusion, baby. The effects of these stereotypes, not judgments, not opinions. These stereotypes go beyond individual experiences. This is what I was telling this person that kept commenting. These effects, these stereotypes go beyond individual experiences. And this is what Black people just, it's like niggas just always, we get it might relate to your personal shit, but it's like motherfuckers don't get past their personal shit. so we can have an elevated conversation. And impact entire communities, perpetuating a cycle of misrepresentation and reinforcing harmful norms. It's critical to challenge these stereotypes, promote more accurate portrayals of Black fatherhood, and recognize the broad and essential roles that Black fathers play in their families and society. Okay? Any more questions or whatever, just leave them in the comments, y'all. I'm very passionate about this. I don't be mad. I'm very highly passionate because I do the work. I put in the work. I take my free time and space to do research, to put shows together, to go seek interviews, to go seek other people that have great da-da-da-da-da. So it almost a lot of times in spaces feel like people be insulting your intelligence, you feel? Because maybe they're not privy to your material. So this is what I would say. Make sure you go check out my work on my YouTube page. So that way you can get more vast intellectual picture of the content and what's being actually presented to you in a vast majority of ways. This is to dispel stereotypes. This is not to reinforce the shit. This is what this show was for. As if we didn't know that there's a lot of great dudes, great fathers and all that, but their asses are still goddamn in white daddy court, aren't they? Well, we aren't gonna act like it's not dudes paying and picking up and doing all the shit and they still not in white daddy court. Are we not? We're still not gonna act like we don't. It's simple observation. When motherfuckers don't work or break up, the first thing they doing to use his leverage to keep the black man under control, because he doesn't what? Go fuck with another woman, start a new family, or just move on with his life, or pursue his purpose, or become a better himself. Even if he's gonna be there with a child, for the child, whatever. He's just not physically there actively every single day, day in and day out. Y'all not living under the same roof. Soon as the breakup happens, what do short women do? Women get in too much masculine pride on some, I don't need no dudes, and then run them down to child support. How you don't need them, but then running down to child support? I don't understand. You don't need no dudes, but you need Section 8. Ain't that a man giving you that? I don't understand none of it. I don't understand. So you don't need a black man for his money or his resources or his knowledge or his expertise, wisdom, none of that shit. You don't need none of that shit. But then you go to this other dude for his shit. I don't understand. You need to give me some motherfucking answers. You go to the institutions, you go to the beauty supplies, you go to all that shit. And then a lot of the reason that black men go to this shit is because of black women. The moms and all of that type of shit. Encouraging that shit. A lot of reason black men go to fucking churches because of black fucking women. Are we not gonna come on with the Shimon, bro? The reason why I had to go to church, my earth mother was forcing me to go, not my pops, nigga. My pops knew it was bullshit. It was my earth mother. It was the women and my grandmother, my aunties. So who's actually contributing to the deterioration of the black man also, though, is what I be saying. When motherfuckers be saying, what's wrong with the men? What's wrong with the men? Why they in the system so much? What's wrong with them? Are we looking at like on a crime scene, right? Or why would you care about any of that if he's taking care of it? That's what I'm telling you, honey. Ask the women that take the dudes to court that take care of their children, lady. Do you hear me saying that to you? If this wasn't an issue, then I wouldn't even be talking about this shit. If this hasn't been an issue for decades, since the 80s, 70s, huh? This is the comment, just in case somebody come up here later and be like, who the hell is he talking to? I'm talking to this person right here. They keep talking about, why would I care? Why would I care? We just said this is not about individual experience. I literally just read this to her. Do y'all be seeing? This is what I be talking about, B. People hear what they want to hear. People selectively pick out shit they want to hear. Motherfuckers don't get the whole thing you saying. You slow down and you specify what you say, and motherfuckers still don't. They skip past it still. Oh man, oh my Rob, black people, bro. I'm really about ready to throw in the towel on niggas, bro. I'm so sincere, cause this shit is annoying. This is the average fucking nigga, average black person, average Carmel, black, indigenous. This is the average black person, my G. A bunch of nothing ass talk, a bunch of nothing ass replies with no research and emotional driven replies. At least to have some intellect in the emotion. I literally said in the conclusion, the effects of these stereotypes go beyond individual experiences. Did I not just fucking say that? Oh man. Why aren't black people able to unite? Why aren't they able to come together? All this bullshit that y'all keep asking, these are the reasons why. Y'all niggas comprehension level and a lot of y'all listening skills and your selective hearing and your whatever it is, your indoctrinate, your whatever. And then she's still commenting. What else you got for me, honey? What else you got, baby? Here's the next comment. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great day, man. Y'all share the show, man. Share the show. I'm going to read the conclusion last time, man, and we out. The effects of these stereotypes. And I'm gonna do the a quick review of what we went over, and I'm out. The conclusion: these effects of these stereotypes go beyond individual experiences and impact entire communities, perpetuating a cycle of misrepresentation and reinforcing harmful norms. It's critical to challenge these stereotypes, promote more accurate portrayals of black fatherhood, and recognize the broad and essential roles that black fathers play in their family and society. Okay. So we went over today cultural perception, impact on relationships, social and structural consequences, harm to children, psychological impact on black fathers. All of that was under that portion. We went over the reality. We went over where the stereotypes came from. We went over the criminal or incarcerated stereotype, the irresponsible and or immature stereotype. We went over the deadbeat dad stereotype. We went over the absent black father stereotype, and that was all under common stereotypes. Because I'm going from the bottom to the top, so that's why it sounded like this. We went over cultural factors. We went over living situations. We went over involvement rates. Okay, we went over all of these details to debunk the surface level shit that people saying these black dudes or whatever's on shows or whatever other mechanisms is out there. They're saying that black dudes and fathers, black men, whatever, the Nehrus or whatever, are not active fathers, when contrary, 70% or more are, whether they're there full-time or they're not, whether they're together or not. So that means that other small percentage of women that are mad or whatever, your selection was fucked up. That's all I can tell you, babe. You hear me? Whatever reason, you feel me? Okay? Peace, y'all.